Antonio Pierce's update on the Raiders shakeup. The Las Vegas Raiders recently made big changes by firing offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, along with offensive line coach James Craig and quarterbacks coach. This signals a fresh start as they look to turn things around, and interim head coach Antonio Pierce shared his insights on the shakeup. Pierce explained the main reason for these decisions. The offense just hasn't been consistent. He pointed out that the Raiders would often score a touchdown on their first drive, but then struggle the rest of the game. The turnovers and predictability on offense made it clear the change was necessary. Notably, Pierce confirmed that the decision to make these firings was 100% his. It wasn't forced by Raiders owner Mark Davis or the general manager. The Raiders are still deciding who will take over as the offensive coordinator. Scott Turner, who has experience calling plays and is the son of well-known coach Norv Turner, is a strong candidate. Although Scott won't be able to fully install a new system right now, he may help correct some of the offense's current problems. There's also a possibility Norv Turner might join in an advisory role to support Scott if he takes on this position. While these changes might improve the offense, there are still issues on defense, highlighted by their recent loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, where they gave up 41 points. The defense's inconsistencies, along with injuries, make it clear that this team has more work to do. On the quarterback front, Pierce hasn't decided yet who will lead the offense. He may turn to Desmond Ridder, especially since Pierce went with a backup quarterback after the firing of former head coach Josh McDaniels. But Ritter's recent performance has left some questions. Another option could be Gardner Minshew, who might bring some stability to the offense if paired with a strong coordinator. The Raiders also need to tighten up basic plays. Recent fumbles and miscommunication show there's still a lot to work on. Pierce and the Raiders will have to work out these details if they want to finish the season on a stronger note. Focusing on the little details in the Raiders' offense. One of the small but important details the Raiders need to tighten up is their play execution. For instance, when DJ Turner is in motion, a simple forward pitch instead of a handoff could save them from potential fumbles, as a drop pitch would just be an incomplete pass. These details matter, and offensive coaches need to consider them carefully. Moving to the offensive line, it's clear there were missed opportunities for extra protection. Harrison Bryant, for example, should have been chipping or double-teaming on every snap, especially to support the struggling tackle. Instead, Thayer Munford, who was supposed to be a reliable franchise tackle, faced constant pressure from the Bengals' defense. This left him overwhelmed, giving up multiple sacks and quarterback hits. Many fans expected Munford to thrive when moved to left tackle, but yesterday's performance was disappointing. Part of the issue seems to come from the previous coaching strategy. Last season, under Josh McDaniels, they regularly used chip blocks from running backs and tight ends to support Munford. But Luke Getsy, the recently fired offensive coordinator, preferred five-man pass protection, leaving Munford exposed on his own. And the results showed he wasn't able to handle it. Looking at other linemen, Jackson Paris Johnson had an outstanding game, receiving an elite grade from PFF. For the first time, he played at center for the entire game, and his performance exceeded expectations with solid, consistent snaps. This is impressive, considering he barely had time to practice at that position. With these changes, bringing in a skilled offensive line coach like Joe Philbin could really benefit the young linemen like Johnson, Dylan Parham, and Jordan Meredith. Philbin's track record with the Dallas Cowboys, where he helped develop standout players like Terrence Steele and Tyler Smith, shows he knows how to coach linemen to success. If Philbin steps in, he might help these Raiders linemen elevate their game in the same way. As for the offensive coordinator role, Scott Turner remains the likely candidate, and his past experience could make him a good fit. However, nothing is confirmed yet. The Raiders still need to finalize their decisions on key positions, including offensive coordinator and quarterback. Thanks for tuning in. If you have thoughts on these changes or who you think should be the next offensive coordinator, Feel free to share. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. I'll go live as soon as the Raiders make their decisions on these crucial roles. Catch you in the next video.